Hi, everybody. Hope your weekend was great. We've got Oregon spring break ending, kids going back to school tomorrow. Of course, Washington spring break now in full gear. By the way, the high today in Portland, 66, the low 41, which if you've been following my day-to-day forecast on my weather site, portlandweather.com, hit my high and low exactly right today, which actually isn't easy to do. So that pleases me when I notice I hit the high and the low both exactly right. By the way, this current warm stretch, today I mentioned 66. Yesterday on Saturday, PDX made it to 67, and we kicked it off on Friday with a high of 64. And I like us hitting 70 tomorrow, and I like us hitting 70 on Tuesday. So two more warm days, the first 2 days of April. And then after that, we still expect rain to come in Wednesday. I do want to start with the April outlook. So what you're looking at right here is the 30-day anomaly of what the upper flow pattern at 18,000 feet is going to be according to the Canadian model. Not a lot of change in any of the weather models, but the Canadian one to me this time around seems most kind of locked in. So a couple of things to point out. Number one, I look at what the anomaly upper flow pattern contour height is 18,000 feet. This time around, it's 558 millibars. And then I go back and I compare past April heights to see what they were doing. So a year ago, April was right around 1.5 degrees below normal. And the pressure heights were actually lower than what we're showing this time around. But there are other elements in play that make me think we could be about 1 degree below normal for the entire month mean temperature once again, which is actually, I mean, I'm talking 1 degree. It's pretty close to normal, right? And I feel like if anything, it would be normal to above, not colder than what I'm projecting. But at any rate, 558 contour millibar coming in. The wettest flow pattern on the West Coast, again, will be down in California. You can see a trough down here and a low setting up over Southern California. Notice the polar jet in blue is well up into Canada. Actually, that scratch this thick line. It doesn't match that contour. I think this next image of mine will match it up. So that was, there you go. This makes sense. Basically I traced the polar jet contour on the modeling. So there's where the polar jet will be on average well to our north. But we do have reason to believe that we'll get into some lower Cascade snow levels this upcoming Wednesday night into Thursday. And then if you look back here to the west, again, 558 height, which is close to normal if you look back over the last 10, 20 years. Um, this is kind of a zonal flow, maybe some weak ridging taking place, but really with the low energy around the low and the best chance for above normal precip dropping down to California, it's almost a weak split, which would make you think we could have what we saw this past March. This past March had a number of rainy days, but most of the rain was like 1/10 of an inch or less on any 24-hour period. And March is going to end up about 1.5 inches below normal rainfall for Portland at 2.70 inches. And all of the modeling likes April being below normal again. And if April is an inch below normal, we would do well just to get up to 2 inches of total moisture over the next 30 days. I always like to remind people you do not want a dry spring in the Pacific Northwest because we inherently get a dry summer. So you want to get as much spring moisture as you can to fight off, the dry season or delay it, if you will. Anyway, the big story here, the big messaging is near normal temperatures to actually when I do my day-to-day analysis for the 30-day period, I actually come out with about 1.5 degrees below normal. So we'll see how that's going to work out. Here is a look at NOAA's 8 to 14 day outlook. Now, remember, we got warm weather April 1st tomorrow, warm weather April 2nd, Tuesday. And then starting Wednesday, we get back into some showery weather with high temperatures back down below normal in the 50s. And NOAA basically extends this cool start to April, starting April 3rd, all the way through the 13th. Through the 13th of April, much of the West, and certainly Oregon and Washington, expected average below normal temperature with near normal total rainfall. So that's the way the first really nearly 2 days, or excuse me, 2 weeks of April are beginning. Want to back up and just celebrate how nice it was today. Everybody had mostly sunny skies. This is my live camera network, some 18 cameras strong. Hope you bookmark this page. It's great if you're going to travel. If you want to go to the coast, you're wondering, what's it look like? If you're going out at the gorge, you want to know what's it look like? If you're going over into Central Oregon, you want to know what's it look like? You can pick out my live cameras. Here's the North Coast looking at Tillamook Head. There's Depot Bay. There's Hood River out in the gorge. Wine Country, Dundee Hills, Willamette Valley Vineyards south of Salem, metro area, Camas Meadow, Sun River, beautiful sunny day over there. Beautiful. The image behind me is this one right here, by the way, which is just absolutely stunning today. Beautiful sunshine. That's getting up at 1,500 feet in the Walters area, the Mount Hood, Oregon resort. So everybody enjoyed the sunshine and everybody's been seeing warm temperatures. That trend continues the next couple of days. Now, if you look down here, you see there's remember, we also, I showed you that low setting up in Southern California for the month of April. Well, the reason we're now sunny is the low that was producing rain for us back through last Thursday has now settled down here into Southern California. And you can see all of the lightning strikes down there, including lightning feeding up into the Las Vegas area and into Arizona. Here's that deep trough, and there's the low center parked just off the coast of San Diego. Now, for us, we're just now, see the contours arcing up? Here's Portland right here. So we're just now getting into this upper level ridging. And even though it was 67 yesterday and 66 today, the upper level ridging, which should bring additional warming, really gets going tomorrow and Tuesday, which means tomorrow and Tuesday will be the warmest of the bunch. And I think both days will hit 70 or better. And on the back of this ridge, which will quickly start to flatten and break down Tuesday night, is our next trough back in here, our next cold front developing right in there. And that will be likely rain by the time you wake up Wednesday morning. So that's the transition that we're following. And we'll use the European model this evening to look at the upper flow pattern. Here we are this afternoon at 5 p.m. There's that low off the coast of San Diego. There's the cold trough that we're not out of. Here's the ridging. It's just now starting to build in with the warmest days ahead. As I mentioned, Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and play this in. Here's Tuesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Now look at the ridge. So when I do surface analysis, see if you draw an axis right through the heart of the ridge axis by Tuesday afternoon is now all the way into Idaho and up into Montana. So the ridge is kind of laying down. We're on the back end of it. We start to get increasing clouds late Tuesday ahead of this next weather system. You can see the trough digging here. And by the time you wake up Wednesday morning, here we are. Now we've got clouds, we've got rain, we've got the cooler weather. And if I play this into Thursdays when the trough really just kind of sinks down over us, look at the heights. This is the polar jet trough, 540, 538 height. That's cold. That's a snow level potentially over the Cascades as low as 2,000 feet. So travelers, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you need to check conditions. You might find snow-covered highways up over the Cascades. Absolutely likely showers, probably some spotty downpours, probably some hail. That's Thursday. And then Friday, the trough starts to kick out a little bit. The moisture depth will thin out, but we'll still have at least some scattered showers Friday with cool weather. And then Saturday morning, maybe a little respite. But here's this next weaker trough right here that will bring increasing rain Saturday evening, night, with some scattered showers on Sunday. And there are more cold lows up here in the Gulf of Alaska getting ready to swing down. So again, this is that fairly showery, cool start overall for the first 2 weeks of April that I started off showing you. Now, this is the European model. This is going to show you total precipitation coming in. So we're all dry basically through Tuesday afternoon, which is where I start this. And then I'll pump it into Wednesday morning. Here we are Wednesday morning. Now we've already gotten more than 1/10 of an inch of total rainfall up and down the valley, already more than 1/4 of an inch by Wednesday morning along the coast. Precip continues through the day Thursday. This is into Thursday morning. So through Thursday morning, now we've got 1/4 to maybe 3/10 of an inch of rain up and down I-5. We're nearing 1/2 of an inch of total moisture along the Oregon coast. And there will be amounts added to that Thursday daytime into especially Thursday overnight. So, not the wettest, hugest system we've seen, but a decent spring soak on your lawn or your garden or that type of thing. And I do want to show you snow. This is just going to show you potential snow that starts this Wednesday with snow levels Wednesday down to 3,000 feet, Thursday 2,000 feet, and then snow at times all the way through the weekend. Notice a couple things with me. At pass level, this only shows Mount Hood 7 inches of snow. That's not a lot. You get up in elevation, and now you've got maybe a foot of snow, which is big for our snowpack, that you want to keep as much stored water going in the Cascades all the way into the 1st of May as you can. It shows about 6 inches of snow up around Rainier, heavier snow amounts up through Mount Baker, up in the northern Washington Cascades. There's the Olympics picking up 8 inches. And remember I said the snow level could be about 2,000 feet Thursday? So this is picking up not over the highways, but over the Coast Range. I'm talking the Coast Range. Should be just rain over those highways, but you get up an elevation above the highways, 2,000 feet and higher in the Coast Range. This is picking up some light snow amounts. So again, that's good news. It's that time of the year, boy. You want to push off fire season, keep some good moisture coming in as long as you can. Absolutely. So I'm going to start to beat that drum in the coming days. Let's check out some forecast numbers for you. A couple more days of beautiful sunshine, even up at Government Camp. Now, this may be too warm. This shows 59 tomorrow, 60s on Tuesday. Got to believe that's too warm, but you get the idea. It's going to be quite mild up there and definitely spring conditions. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, daytime highs of pass level warming above freezing. So that's potentially snowy roads overnight into early mornings, and then wet pavement with maybe a wet snow shower mix during the day at pass level, and the showery weather rides into the weekend. Here's where we are at what? These would have been the 6:30 temperatures, 63 in Portland and Salem. Again, Portland hit a high of 66 today. It's spring break time. Let's check out Newport. 58. There probably will be some 60-degree temperatures along the coast tomorrow and Tuesday. Have some early fog or morning clouds and then sunshine. Nice weather at the beach. And then you get into the showery weather and daytime highs only around 50 to ride out the rest of the spring break. Down in Medford, those of you that watch us, here we go. 58 tomorrow, 56 Tuesday, chance of rain Wednesday, and then again, pretty similar to Portland, highs around 50 to 52, riding into the weekend there. Over in Central Oregon, Bend, this is gorgeous stuff. Monday, 66, Tuesday, 75. Wow. Wednesday, it looks like the moisture holds off until late day into the night. And then you've got likely moisture coming into Central Oregon Wednesday overnight into Thursday into Friday. Chance of snow showers tonight, daytime highs warming into the 40s. We'll bounce it up into Seattle. Here we go. And again, Seattle, 62 Monday, 64 Tuesday, then the rain, the highs in the 50s the rest of the week. Again, you can find these city forecasts with the current temperature map on my weather site, portlandweather.com. You simply click on the temperature and it will give you the 7-day forecast. Let's just click on Salem. 68 Monday, 72 Tuesday. Could be 70 in Salem on Monday. I do like 70 in Portland on Monday. I might be too cool. I've got 70 on Tuesday. Tuesday could be 73, 74. Weather models like Tuesday being the warmest of the bunch. And then clouds quickly come in and thicken up Tuesday night. We saw it's raining when you get up Wednesday. And then I've got highs 54, 53, 57, mid-50s Saturday, 57 Tuesday. This would keep overnight lows above freezing. One thing I forgot to mention on the outlook that I will tell you before I go, when I did the day-to-day analysis all the way through April, and they came out with either a near normal 30-day temperature average to about 1.5 degrees cooler than normal at the coldest, I also came up with at most only about 6 days the entire month that anywhere in the Willamette Valley we would see temperatures getting down close and possibly hitting freezing. In the Portland metro area, I only saw 2 days this upcoming month that would potentially get down to freezing. Not saying it will, but there were 2 days that, well, it could be 36, 35, 32. So clearly, you know, the average final freeze for Portland is right about April 1st. So we're getting into that time of the year that that the chance of freezing temperatures is going to be far and few in between. And quite frankly, I see some chances moving forward in the coming weeks, but not a lot. Okay. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, coming to you from the Vancouver, Portland, Oregon area. My weather site's portlandweather.com. Subscribe if you haven't to my channel. And for now, I'll say thank you for watching.